Forces Radio.
Once again, back.
Putting a smile on every face.
Oh my God!
Keep the dial right here.
Who's that? Who's that?
Get educated, get entertained, get informed with Armed Forces Radio.
107.7 FM.
Authentic voice of the Nigerian military.
Your music can add your own effects to it.
Oui, chers auditeurs, c'est l'heure de notre petite classe de français. It's time for our French lesson. What is it all about today? The lesson title talking about your studies level A2. You know, in French, you are learning French as a foreign language. You have 6 different levels. You have level A1, level A2, level B1, level B2, and level C1, and level C2. So we are having, our class today is on the level A2, talking about your studies. These are the basics levels, the level A1 and level A2. So, what are the objectives of today's lesson? Today, you will be able, or you should be able to talk about the past, okay? To talk about the past or your past studies using the passé, composé, and imparfait. These are some of the 2 past tenses in French. You should be also be able to answer questions about academics and academic background, where, why, and what. Express your preferences and difficulties related to studies or your studies also, and use appropriate vocabularies to describe major, university, and your favorite subject. And lastly, you should be able to understand and create simple dialogue, okay, on the topic of studies. Are you ready? Yeah, so let's start. As usual, we have a dialogue here. We have 2 dialogues. Dialogue number 1, as usual, we have 2 persons talking about your studies. Alors, the first person, bonjour. Quelle étude as-tu fait? Bonjour, quelle étude as-tu fait? Hello, what did you study? Bonjour, quelle étude as-tu fait? And the response is, j'ai étudié l'informatique à l'université de Paris. J'ai étudié l'informatique à l'université de Paris. J'ai choisi cette spécialité parce que j'aime beaucoup les nouvelles technologies. I studied computer science at the University of Paris. I chose this major because I really like new technology. I love information technology. And also the next question is, c'est intéressant. Ok, et qu'est-ce qui était difficile? C'est intéressant. Qu'est-ce qui était difficile? That means that is interesting, and what was difficult? C'est intéressant. Qu'est-ce qui était difficile? That is interesting. What was difficult in your studies? And the answer is, voilà, le plus difficile, c'était les mathématiques. Les équations étaient compliquées, mais j'ai réussi grâce à beaucoup de travail. Les plus difficiles, c'était les mathématiques. Les équations étaient compliquées, mais j'ai réussi grâce à beaucoup de travail. The most difficult thing was mathematics. The equations were complicated, but I succeed thanks to a lot of hard work. Voilà. Les equations, difficile, difficult, grâce à beaucoup de travail, thanks to a lot of hard work. And then the next is, et qu'est-ce que tu as aimé dans tes études? Qu'est-ce que tu as aimé dans tes études? Qu'est-ce que tu as aimé dans tes études? And what did you like about your studies? And what did you like about your study? Aimer, to like. And the answer is, j'ai aimé travailler sur des projets pratiques comme la création d'applications. J'ai trouvé ça très stimulant et créative. J'ai aimé travailler sur des projets pratiques comme la création d'applications. J'ai trouvé ça très stimulant et créative. J'ai aimé travailler sur des projets pratiques comme la création d'applications. J'ai trouvé ça très stimulant et créatif. I like working on practical projects like creating applications, and I found it very stimulating and creative. Nice dialogue 1. Dialogue 2. Still talking about your studies, and the question is, bonjour, où est-ce que tu as fait tes études? Bonjour, où est-ce que tu as fait tes études? Hello, where did you study? J'ai étudié le français, langue étrangère à Bayero University, Kano. I study French as a foreign language, that is FLE, at the Bayero University, Kano, BUK. And the next question, intéressant, qu'est-ce que tu as aimé dans tes études? Intéressant, qu'est-ce que tu as aimé dans tes études? Interesting, what did you like about your studies? J'ai beaucoup aimé l'immersion linguistique à Cotonou au Bénin. C'était une expérience enrichissante. I really liked the linguistic immersion in Cotonou, Benin Republic. It was a rewarding experience. You know, when you're studying French at university, you have this what they call year abroad, so you can go to any French speaking country where you're going to learn the French with the locals, with the actually those that speak the language, and you find it very, very interesting. And we also have qu'est-ce qui était difficile pour toi? Qu'est-ce qui était difficile pour toi? And what was difficult for you? La pratique du français était difficile parce que je vivais dans un pays anglophone. Practicing French was difficult because I was living in an English-speaking country, anglophone country. You know, if you're in a country like Nigeria, it's quite difficult for you to actually speak French very well because all around you have English speakers or other native languages. But if you find yourself in a French speaking country, you have no choice. You have to speak the language in order to, you know, interact with people around you. But if you are studying French in an English-speaking country like Nigeria, Anglophone country, you find it difficult. That is why if you wish to learn French, if you take yourself to the French Institute of Nigeria, there you will actually meet other students and even francophones that speak the language, and you can easily practice the language with them. And voila, you have clubs and different activities proposed by the institute. That is it. That is the lesson for today, or that is the dialogue for today. And so let's look at some points that is like vocabularies and conjugation and even grammar. And talking about vocabularies, we have étudier. Étudier means to study. Étudier means to study. Une matière is a subject, une faculté, a faculty or a department. Un diplôme, a diploma or a degree. Une spécialité, a major or a specialization. Difficile, difficult. Aimer, to like. Préférer, to prefer. Répéter, to revise or to repeat. And talking about conjugation, we have two tenses here. We have the passé composé. Passé composé is a past tense, composed past tense. Why is it composed? Because if you want to conjugate a verb in the passé composé, you have to use the auxiliary être or the auxiliary avoir, that is auxiliary to be or to have in the present tense plus the past participle of the main action. For instance, j'ai étudié, I have studied, okay? j'ai étudié, j'ai aimé, and so on. Voilà, so you have the auxiliary être or avoir in the present. Je suis, j'ai, tu as, il est, and so on. You know, we have said that before, and don't forget, all what we can do here is just to give you a kind of little tips, interest in learning French. And if you wish to learn French, just take yourself to the French Institute of Nigeria, where you can learn French as easy as bonjour. The difference between the passé composé and the imparfait is clear. The passé composé is used to talk about past and finished actions in the past, while the l'imparfait is used to describe emotions, feelings, and also talk about settings in the past or a kind of habit in the past. Yeah, it sounds a kind of not very clear. So just that is the reason why you need to go to a class so that you can learn French as easy as possible. French is quite easy, okay? Any language is easy. It just depends on you if you have time to practice, and also if you, more especially if you have interest in the language. And there are many reasons why you should have interest in speaking French. Let's have a little musical break. We'll come back with our storytelling in French. This is French Echo on the Armed Forces Radio 107.7 FM Abuja. Don't touch your dial.
107.7 FM, authentic voice of the Nigerian military.